People get so scared when I toss my phone around. It's like, come on, me and this thing go way back. We're like two peas in a pod. I'm never gonna drop this thing. Come on. If you can't do that with your phone, you're not a real one. Plus, there's no case on here too. D-Brand, by the way, if you're watching this, all right, guys, what's going on? We're going to be talking about the upcoming Apple event that will drop next Wednesday from the day this video is posted, September 7th. And this video is pretty much just going to be my thoughts, my wish list, what I'm looking forward to for the event. I know on Instagram I posted a poll, and I think the results were that I should go to San Francisco to watch live. It's not happening because that is next week, and I already have plans to go somewhere else, potentially overseas, and I don't want to go to San Fran for the sake of saying, hey, I saw the iPhone 14. Here's my first impressions about 2 minutes later after the announcement. With that out the way, let's talk about today's sponsor. I finally have one. I'm just kidding. It's still nobody. Anyway, let's talk about Apple's bread and butter, the iPhone 14 and the 14 Pro. So the iPhone 14 and the 14 Pro, what I'm looking forward to the most, I would say this whole fiasco with the EU putting pressure on Apple to put USB-C on their devices, I really hope it's true. And my hope is, Apple, please do not do this. But for international customers, don't have an iPhone with USB-C, and then in America, we're still stuck with Lightning. It's not that I hate Lightning. I just hate carrying an extra cable just for the sake of having an iPhone and AirPods. Like, just drop the ego, drop your pride. We get it. Lightning was amazing. It is amazing, but USB-C, it's just universal. It's a lot easier for people to use. It's cheaper as well. And just give us USB-C, please. Hopefully that's on both models. Please don't just put that on the Pro model. But for the iPhone 14, I'm expecting, and the 14 Pro, I'm expecting, slightly bigger battery, better processor, slightly better camera, same form factor, maybe a new color here and there. I've seen pictures of a purple iPhone Pro. It almost looks like a lavender, like this kind of color. That would be nice. But I've said this before, but I feel as though when it comes to iPhones, we've pretty much plateaued since the iPhone 10. Excuse me. And it's like, I'm not that excited anymore as much as I used to be. But, we'll see. Maybe Apple will change my opinion when the time comes next Wednesday. But that's pretty much all the thoughts I have on the iPhone 14 and 14 Pro. As you can tell, it's not much because, like I said, what is there really a difference for the iPhones year to year? Okay, next up, iPads. iPad Pro. I really don't know what else to say for the iPad Pro other than they're most likely going to drop the M2 chip in there. Maybe, and I mean maybe, they do the M1 Pro in the machine, but, I'm expecting them to just say, hey, on our flagship model of the iPad Pro, we're going to have the M2. And maybe like one other feature that I can't think of because it's an iPad. Maybe there's new or better support for something in the software, but I don't think anything is going to be tremendously amazing from the iPad Pro. Once again, for the iPad lineup, I'm expecting a processor bump in all of them, potentially a better camera in every single model, but other than that, it's going to be business as usual. Try to keep it simple, clean, not too amazing in terms of the improvements year to year for this year. But let's move on to the Apple Watch. This is the one that I am very excited for. Not so much the watch itself. I'm more excited for the software. I think it's watchOS 8. But maybe there's going to be an Apple Watch SE. It's been a while since that thing has been updated. Maybe they could just kill off the Apple Watch Series 3 altogether. That makes the most sense to me. Apple Watch Hermes. I don't know who is buying this watch, but I guess Apple did a contract with them, so it's probably still going to be around, super expensive for no reason, when you can just... Anyway, Apple Watch Series 8, I don't know really what else they can do for this watch other than, give a performance improvement. Maybe the battery life will be better as well, but I think since they added fast charging to the Series 7, that kind of makes up for the basically 1.5 day battery in the Apple Watch. Trying to think of what else they can do for the Apple Watch Series 8. I know for the Samsung watches, they have a temperature sensor in them now, so it would be great if the Apple Watch Series 8 has some type of temperature sensor because, with a lot of people being more conscious about their health, I don't know how it took a pandemic for people to be conscious about their health, but regardless, besides the point, a temperature sensor would be nice for people to, have a good understanding of, whether they're sick or not, give them some guidance on things that they can do. Like I said, for the same thing as the iPad and the iPhone, business as usual for the iPhone or the Watch Series 8. Since there was a redesign last year, I'm not expecting anything too crazy. Now, the one thing I really hope that I really hope they talk about this year or they announce are AirPod Pros 2 or AirPod 2 Pros, whatever they want to call it. As much as here's what I'm going to say about the AirPod Pros, right? Because people said they were overpriced when they came out, which I will admit they are a bit on the expensive side. However, when you see any earbud comparisons to the AirPod Pros, they're like, at least when you see them nowadays, they're like, wow, they're finally beating the AirPod Pros. It's like, yeah, finally, the things came out 3 years ago. Do you realize that? So if there is AirPods Pro 2, I'm going to be very happy. I'm going to snatch them up immediately because AirPod Pros are probably one of the best devices that Apple has made next to the iPhone itself. Let me take a step back. It's a pretty bold claim. I'll just say it's one of the best accessories that Apple has made in a long time. Like the AirPod Pros by far are some of the best earbuds that I've used until the Galaxy Buds 2 came out. And once again, that thing came out this year. You know how many iterations Samsung has had, Google has had, trying to beat the AirPod Pro since 2019. So as you can tell, I'm really looking forward to AirPod Pros 2 being announced at this event. If they don't have it, well, boohoo. I'll just stick with my AirPod Pros for another year. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe they'll tease us with the MacBook Pro 14-inch, 16-inch, M2, maybe. Maybe. Feel as though they should still have separate events for their MacBooks, the Mac Mini, the Mac Pro potentially later in the year in October or November. October is probably a better month because, let us spend time with our families during the holiday season in November. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe they drop a new HomePod, like the big boy, the big boy, the one that costs $300. So that's all I pretty much got for you guys. Like I said, we've plateaued in events for Apple events. Oh, I just thought about this. I just clicked on the website here. You guys can't see, but maybe they drop a new Apple TV 4K. I don't think they would, but who knows? Maybe there's a new thing with the Home app accessories. I'm stretching it at this point. I mean, from what I've said before, Apple can probably stretch out that for a good hour. So let me know what you guys think, what your wish lists are, what your favorites are. This is the worst outro I've done in some time. Let me know what you guys think of the potential features Apple may put out for the event next Wednesday. What is your wish list? Please let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate every single sub, like, and comment. And as always, guys, much love. People get so scared when I toss my phone around. It's like, come on. Me and this thing go way back. We're like two peas in a pod. I'm never going to drop this thing. Come on. If you can't do that with your phone, you're not a real one. Plus, there's no case on here, too. D-Brand, by the way, if you're watching this, please, sponsor me. Come on. Sponsor me. All right, I'm out, guys. Peace. Actually, I should have had the video like this so people can see the actual D-Brand skin. D-Brand, listen, Robot67, I know you're watching. You be texting me on the low. Stop it. You're going to get me in trouble.